Welcome to International Pro Wrestling, of course, here on the Fight Network. This week we're going to see a #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. It's going to be Jayde going one-on-one against ZOE LUCAS, but that's not all. We also have an International Battle Royale qualifying match. Stay tuned for that, and of course, the news that we've all been hearing. Today is the farewell appearance here in Milton Keynes of one Jimmy Havoc. Do not miss that, it is going to be quite something. This is, of course, International Pro Wrestling. Starting out with tag team division action here first, and is the former tag team champions, the Anti-Fun Police, who are about to make their way down to the ring.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Little Cadet Joe Nelson, Chief Deputy Dan Los Federales Santos Jr., the Anti-Fun Police.
Of course, I say former.
And their opponents already in the ring, the team of Myles, Kayman, and the OJMO.
I say former IPW tag team champions, of course. It wasn't that long ago that the Anti-Fun Police, let's be honest, were royally screwed by Team Storm and cost their IPW World Tag Team Championships that they had so valiantly fought to defend in recent times here in IPW. So starting out, Anti-Fun Police versus the OJMO, who's currently in the ring staring down the Chief Deputy and Myles Kayman. Oh, OJMO talking a little bit in the size of the head, but the Chief Deputy takes the cheap shot. Chief Deputy, unsurprisingly, still in a foul mood from having lost the World Tag Team Championships in such a circumstance. Remember, it took 7 members of Team Storm to wrestle the belts away from the Chief Deputy and Los Federales Super Santos Jr. Do you remember to follow us on Twitter? Oh, Inzaguri to the back of the head. Kayman is rocked. Do you remember to follow us? Hashtag IPW. Get involved in the conversation. Let us know where you're watching. Let us know how you're watching. Let us know what you think. Santos, of course, also. He'll be in a foul mood. Remember, it was him. It was him that got attacked. It was him who had to take the deciding fall, as it were, that cost the Anti-Fun Police the championships. Submission due to the ankle injury that was sustained, of course. OJMO needs to get on the apron. Referee Peter Higginson trying to enforce a law and order is not managing to do so successfully. Games over the cover, only a 2. Shows coming your way, courtesy of us here at IPW in Maidstone this weekend. International Battle Royale Sunday in Maidstone. If there are any tickets, you need to go get them because they are going to go. We have very, very few left. Also, we'll be back here in Milton Keynes on April 10th and Manchester on April 16th. Tickets, of course, can be found at ringsideworld.co.uk. And just a note that we are heading towards our season finale here on the Fight Network. So if you want to watch the International Battle Royale, you could only watch that on our subscription service, the IWN, iwnlive.net. Meanwhile, in this tag team division contest, it's Kayman OJMO in control against the former champions of IPW. Chief Deputy's been in the ring for quite a while now. Well, OJMO has to be very careful getting into the ring. Health and safety in the workplace, ladies and gentlemen. And the Orange Juice Man Orange going to town on the Chief Deputy. Chief Deputy with a spear, this is his opportunity. I don't think he can quite go for the cover, but can he get over to Santos? That's the big question. It could really swing the momentum in the favour of the anti-fun police. Of course, Joe Nelson also at ringside. And yes, the tag is made to Santos. But I tell you, if that ankle holds up, this is bad, bad news for Kayman and the OJMO. Oh, just launches the OJMO, and it's avalanche splashes for everybody. Oh, goodness me. Double your pleasure, double your fun. There's two for each. Clothesline turns OJMO inside out. And the difference maker of the anti-fun police is destroying Kayman and the OJMO. Two, no! Kayman, to his credit, rolls the shoulder just enough to break the count. Oh, it's not looking good. Not looking good for Kayman at all. No. Kayman found a way out of it. That was wise, because he was on the verge of certain defeat there. Uh-oh. Oh, and Santos goes over the top rope. I'll tell you what, Kayman and the OJMO have a real chance here. They've taken the big man out of the equation. It's currently a handicap match, essentially. 2-on-1, because Dunn has nobody to tag. Falcon Arrow. And a frog smash, that could be it for the Chief Deputy. Middle of the ring, two! No! No, Dunn gets the shot up of the OJMO. Can't believe it, he looks like someone has stolen the car off his own tarmac. OJMO finds himself on the outside of the ring, and there goes Kayman. Now it's done. Playing a little bit of role reversal. He's managing to take out his opponents one by one. Uh-oh. Oh, he's in the wrong part of town. Someone call the services. 999 takes down both Kayman and the OJMO. Los Federales has him up. Oh, sayonara! Kayman wiped out, and there goes the Chief Deputy to take out the OJMO as well. Fast and furious, but Kayman just got wiped out. Oh, swings him down the long way round. Two, forget about it, it's over.
Here are your winners, the Anti-Fun Police!
The Anti-Fun Police. They want their tag team championships back, and this is how you go about doing it. Looked like for a moment that Kayman and OJMO might get the better of them, but the Anti-Fun Police do what they've always done. They find a way to get the victory. We need to take a quick break, but stay with us on the International Battle Royale qualifiers coming away right here on the Fight Network. And the anti-fun police, though, have a huge victory. But now we turn our attention to the International Battle Royale and a qualifier that is coming your way between two premier athletes here in IPW, a former world champion and a man who has been making waves for quite some time around the country. It's Ricky Knight Jr.
The following contest is a singles match set for 1-4, with the winner entering the International Battle Royale. Making his way to the ring from Norwich, Ricky Knight Jr.
Well, we'll talk about the pedigree of Ricky Knight Jr. in just a few moments. But this is a serious challenge for both Sabian and Ricky Knight Jr. Make no mistake about that at all. Now we're talking about International Battle Royale, and there's a very good reason we're doing that right here, right now, because here is the last winner of the International Battle Royale, Kip Sabian.
And introducing his opponent from Norwich, this is Superman Kip Sabian.
And the first thing to say is that Kip Sabian and Ricky Knight Jr. are absolutely categorically not strangers to one another. From the same part of the world, they have both been around the business for about the same amount of time. They have both been trained by the same people. I'm not going to say they're mirror images, because that's not necessarily true. However, there are similarities between both of them. You'd expect that. They were trained by the same family. So this match, of course, then, to see which of these two premier athletes gets a place in the International Battle Royale. Remember, tickets are still available if you want to be there live and in person. Literally 2 days' time. So if you've got nothing to do on Sunday, or you want something really, really good to do Sunday, make sure you get your tickets now. 24th, Maidstone International Battle Royale, 30-man over the top. ringsideworld.co.uk. Kip Sabian there. Sharing the love, as it were. Now we get down to business. There's that collar and elbow tie-up. And as I said, both men trained by the same family. Of course, I'm talking about the Knight family. Ricky in particular trained by Roy and Zach, unsurprisingly. And also Sweet Soraya and Rowdy Ricky Knight. Of course, the film about the Knight family. Fighting With My Family, #1 box office smash. Do go see it if you haven't. It is actually quite a good watch. But right now, you're being treated to exactly what they created. This is part of the dynasty of that family, in the form of the former IPW World Champion, Kip Sabian, and a man who could truly be a future World Champion himself in Ricky Knight Jr. Both men been around the business about a decade. They have the experience. They're both relatively young, especially Ricky. And there you go, as I said, both men have experience. Not often you see Kip Sabian wrong-footed like that. Last year, of course, Kip Sabian went in at #1 in the International Battle Royale, and he outlasted everybody. I'm talking 29 other people. People were in that like Jeff Dobb. Bad Bones, Jimmy Havoc, the list is endless, the amount of talent that was in that match, and Kip Sabian went through every single one of them. And not only that, he defended his championship, the Z4 championship, earlier in the same night. Kip Sabian knows what it is to win the Battle Royale. He knows that it could make him world champion once again. And how about that? Turnaround is fair play, ladies and gentlemen. Kip Sabian saying he also has that level of experience, that level of awareness in the ring. Hashtag IPW if you want to get involved in this contest or any other contests here on International Pro Wrestling. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to International Battle Royale? Who's going to get the big win here? Well, I tell you, he's getting the big enziguri right now. It's super bad. Vaults off the second rope. Oh, really, really grinded to that leg to try and make the cover stick. Jumps them, hits him. Sweeping calf kick, and Sabian's in trouble. Now, if you've been with us since the beginning, you might be quite surprised, but don't be. Oh, spoke too soon, Kip Sabian. On the ascendancy here in Milton Keynes. This is, of course, International Pro Wrestling on a Fight Network, and Ricky Knight Jr. eats a kick pretty much to his face. Remember, still to come, #1 contenders match for the IPW Women's Championship between ZOE LUCAS and Jayde. And we say farewell to the purveyor of pain, paper cuts and pokes to the eye, the simply iconic Jimmy Havoc. Sabian there with a punch that, boy, could take minutes for Ricky Knight Jr. to recover from. But instead he's fighting back with those elbows. It's caught. Oh, beautiful execution to a Northern Lights. 2! Only 2, says referee Tom Scarborough. Let's remember that Kip Sabian knows what's on the line here. Or they both know what's on the line. Kip Sabian knows the value of what's on the line here. He successfully cashed in that contract, right? So we know that Kip Sabian knows, but Ricky Knight Jr. will have seen that. He will have seen the footage. He will know the value himself. He's never been a world champion. He knows how that could elevate his career, just like Kip Sabian is trying to elevate himself, literally in this contest. John Woo drop kick. And another drop kick to follow. Ricky Knight Jr. could be zeroing in here on a place in the International Battle Royale. Remember, if you want to see the International Battle Royale, wait just a second here, over the cover. It's only a 2. If you want to watch the International Battle Royale, you're going to have to go to our on-demand service, iwnlive.net. It's the only place you can be able to see the International Battle Royale, because we are going for a season break at the end of next week's broadcast. Dragon screw by Sabian. Wrapping the legs. But Ricky Knight around twisted. That's absolutely incredible by Kip Sabian. He has both legs right where he wants them. Middle of the ring, but Ricky Knight Jr. is close to the ropes. If he can just stretch out a little further, he'll get there. And Kip Sabian knows that. He's trying to trap. He's trying to trap both the legs. But Ricky Knight Jr. was indeed too close to the ropes. Back and forth exchange by Sabian, Ricky Knight Jr. firing each other up. They know what's at stake. They have walked the same paths and they want to get the keys to the same palaces here in wrestling. Sometimes you have to go through people who are exactly like you to get to where you want to be. And this is one such occurrence that we are experiencing right here, right now. Knee to the face, there's a super kick. What a cannon that was by Ricky Knight Jr., wiping Superbad clean off his feet. If Ricky Knight Jr. could just get the cover, but Sabian wisely pulls himself to the apron. He could sense that he was in danger. And if you're that side of the ropes, you cannot be pinned. It's my understanding that countouts and disqualifications are most certainly in effect in this contest. They have to be careful. You fall from there, you land hard on the apron, you could get counted out. Kip Sabian's thinking Death Valley driver. Maybe he's picked a few things up from Mark Haskins. He's been hit by it enough times. Oh no! Oh, lightning strike again for Kip Sabian. Not for the first time in his IPW career. Does he get a Death Valley driver on the apron? And Ricky Knight Jr. has a real chance here. Kip Sabian's in real trouble. He goes for the Swan John, he gets it. He got all of it. Sabian's in trouble. 2. Oh, somehow Kip Sabian gets up, but he barely got up. The eyes are like they were rolling in the back of his head, and Ricky Knight Jr. straight in Tom Scarborough's face. Ricky Knight Jr. spent a bit too long talking to referee Tom Scarborough. Kip Sabian just a moment to recuperate. Swings him over with a DDT. Could happen here. 2. No. Maybe not enough weight on the shoulders in that exchange. Goes for a Ridgeway-like penalty kick. 2. Oh, Kip Sabian is going deep into the playbook of the other people at the moment. Trying to get the free count. Went for the Death Valley driver. Do we know Mark Haskins favours? Went for that penalty kick. Do we know Ridgeway favours? But now he's going to Old Faithful itself. He's going for Deathly Hallows Part 1. He has him up. Gonna try dropping there. Ricky Knight finds his feet. Rolls him up into a small package. Small package. Small package. Sabian's been defeated by Ricky Knight Jr.
Here is your winner, advancing to the International Battle Royal, Ricky Knight Jr.
Wow. Well, no, on some level, we could say we're surprised, but as I've said, Ricky Knight Jr., hell of a background himself already. But former IPW World Champion Kip Sabian will not be in the International Battle Royale, and Ricky Knight Jr. will. Kip Sabian looks absolutely crestfallen. Just like he did last week when he was screwed under the title, when he had Pac beat after the Deathly Hallows. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with ZOE Lucas and Jayde in the number 1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. Stay right with us. Welcome back now. It's time for our number 1 contenders match for the IPW Women's Championship between ZOE Lucas and Jayde, but that is certainly not Jayde.
The following contest is a singles match to determine the number 1 contender to the IPW Women's Championship.
What is going on?
Making her way to the ring from London, Bobby Tyler. And her opponent, already in the ring from Portsmouth, ZOE Lucas.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I know that's ZOE Lucas, but what in goodness name is Bobby Tyler doing here? She was not scheduled to be in the building whatsoever. I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even know she was here in Unit 9 here in Milton Keynes. The former IPW Women's Champion. I thought she was still in Japan with Stardom. Well, I was wrong. I was fed wrong information, obviously. Well, this is supposed to be ZOE Lucas versus Jayde, but it looks like Bobby Tyler has decided that she wants to reclaim the crown she lost at Undisputed 2 in December. There's certain irony to the fact that Chris Hatch is the referee when you think of all the things that Bobby Tyler put Hatch through in 2018 here in IPW. Notice that Bobby Tyler didn't really berate the crowd, which we're used to seeing. She was straight for ZOE LUCAS, straight to business. I'm not sure if she's picked that up in Stardom or she's just decided she wants a title back that badly. Over the cover. Tony manages to get to 2 on that exchange. Lucas, of course, alumni just like Bobby Tyler of Stardom. They've both been through similar experiences. Lucas does have the experience edge by a year or 2. Bobby Tyler working over the arm, trying to pull it out of its socket, trying to dislocate from the shoulder. Roundhouse kick to the side of the head. Staggers the former women's champion. I still can't believe she's here. Two. I need to use as referee Chris Hatch. Still to come, of course. Jimmy Havoc's farewell to MK. That'll be your main event. But right now we're talking IPW Women's Championship Contenders match. Hashtag IPW, let us know what you think about the shocking development. Bobby Tyler's return to IPW. What do you think this is going to mean? Let us know how you feel. Well, Bobby Tyler has returned, but it's currently being kicked to the chest by ZOE LUCAS. Remember, this is a #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. Grapevines the leg. ZOE LUCAS trying to get to the, well, since we're trying to get to the ropes, she should try to go for the ropes. Now she does. But like initially she was trying to release the grip herself. But trying to hit Tyler's leg, but in the end, ropes, of course, the wisest strategy. So my broadcast colleague Dean Ayers will tell you, always better to go for the ropes if you can. Both women trying to kick each other's heads off. Remember, this is for the #1 contendership for the Women's Championship. There's a lot on the line here. And both of them now, ZOE LUCAS over 2. Only a 2, almost had Tyler on that exchange. Lucas has to Tyler up. Tyler firing back with those elbows. Kicking the quads. Trying to take ZOE LUCAS down. No, wait, trying to wrap the arm. Oh, kick to the back of the head instead by Tyler. That could have incapacitated Lucas. She's worked over the arm quite a bit in this contest. Now she rolls through. Crucifix. Into an armbar. She's got ZOE LUCAS trapped in the middle of the ring. Lucas has nowhere to go. Oh, repeated shots. To the trapeze, to the neck, to the shoulders, and Lucas has no choice but to tap, and Tyler is the #1 contender.
Here is your winner by submission and #1 contender to the IPW Women's Championship, Bobby Tyler.
Wow. First of all, what a surprise. Who knew in any way, shape or form that Bobby Tyler was back here in IPW? No one knew she was in the building. She has returned from Japan and is now the #1 contender for Sierra Loxton's IPW Women's Championship. Bobby Tyler, what a return to IPW. Nobody saw it coming, least of all me, but she's back and she is now the #1 contender. Thank you. I've just received word, ladies and gentlemen, that opportunity for Bobby Tyler is going to be coming at International Battle Royale against Sierra Loxton. The only way you can watch that is on the IWNlive.net. Wow, what a development here on International Pro Wrestling. Now, however, we turn our attention to the meat of the evening, as it were. Jimmy Havoc was champion of IPW for 770 days. He's had flaming table matches. He's had thumbtack matches. He's had tables, ladders and chairs matches. This man has been destroyed here in IPW, but now he's looking for one final ride off into the sunset. This is Jimmy Havoc's farewell here on International Pro Wrestling. They send it to Slick Lombardo.
The following contest is a singles match set for one fall. And it is your IPW main event. Introducing first.
Well, it's Jimmy Havoc's farewell, and what an opponent he has. From AEW via New York City, this is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, of course known colloquially as the MJF.
Making his way to the ring from New York in the United States of America, he is better than you, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
It's not the first time we've seen MJF here in IPW. Maybe not on the International Pro Wrestling broadcast, but we have seen him before. It was very impressive. Was CZW World Champion at the time. Seems to remember he had a cracker against Chris Brooks in Clapham. Yeah, but it's not them you should be worrying about. It really, really isn't, Maxwell, my boy. Because for one final time, the King of the Goths is going to ride here in Milton Keynes. Trained by the bad boy British Wrestling John Ryan. This is the master of the Acid Rainmaker. And the man who had a stranglehold on IPW for the best part of 2 years. Correct, Slick Lombardo there. Jimmy Havoc, the second longest reigning IPW champion at 770 days. Shah Samuels held the belt.
Cut his music, no one cares. Cut his music.
In excess of 900 days.
Really? Real classy, England, real classy. Look, Jimmy, we're colleagues now, okay? So let's just get real. I am so proud of you. You spent 15 straight years trying to contract hepatitis, and thank God it panned out for you. Okay? Ref. Do your job. Thanks. And here's the thing, bud. It's a big deal. You finally signed this big contract. We're all proud of you. You're going bye-bye from IPW over here. You know, you're leaving the fans that you claim you care about. It's all good. It's all good. But here's the thing. As you and I both know, you're not gonna last too long at AEW, okay? I mean, look at you. Shut up. So how about I do you a favor right now, because Lord knows there's gonna be drug testing, you're probably gonna get fired, so how about I do you a solid, because we know you're gonna lose that big fat contract. Here's, what is it, 5 quid? Is that what you idiots call it? You just take this, you lay down, I pin you get to leave all of these idiots that clearly nobody would ever care about, and we go on our merry way, because I'm better than you, and you know it.
Does he really think £5 is going to cover it? He claims intelligence, but he thinks he can buy anybody on the planet for £5 to lose a match. Goodness me. Tom Scarborough's looking at the £5. Well, Jimmy's not going to take it, is he? Oh no! Oh no! I told you he was a purveyor of paper cuts, and the Queen of England just went straight between the fingers of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and here we go. We are straight away in Jimmy Havoc's playground. And MJF does not want to be amongst the people in Milton Keynes because Havoc loves to brawl there. Jimmy Havoc is determined to go on a blaze of glory here as the action spills to the outside. Stay right with us. And welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here on International Pro Wrestling, and MJF has been beaten around Unit 9 here in Milton Keynes during the break. Oh, and I poked a boot. Oh, Jimmy Havoc is not going to change for anybody. MJF screaming, no Jimmy, no Jimmy. Oh, look at this. The smarts of Jimmy Havoc to realise that there was a target on MJF. Uh-oh. Target's gone. Target's exposed, and Jimmy Havoc is attacking MJF with extreme prejudice. He's saying that's enough. As you can clearly tell, Tom Scarborough can't really do much apart from try to admonish Havoc. Oh, there's a poke to the eye from MJF. I'll tell you what, he may come to regret that. Jimmy ruled IPW an Iron Fist. He's defeated Abyss in a Monsters Ball match. He's seen off American Deathmatch legend Matt Tremont. He saw off Tommy Dreamer, Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr. He's had light tube matches, thumbtack matches, I Quit matches, and a whole plethora of others in his decade of deliberate dissection. This is his final stand in IPW. Can he get this win over the MJF here in Milton Keynes? See the handprints of Jimmy Havoc all over MJF. Well, MJF is doing really the only thing you can try and do with Jimmy Havoc, and that's try and ground him, try and stop him. To tell you what, as long as Jimmy Havoc is on his feet, he's dangerous. And he's pretty dangerous, to be fair, when he's on his back like this as well. You don't know what he has up his sleeves. Well, I say sleeves, not wearing sleeves, but in his pockets. Check his pockets, there could be any number of weapons in those pockets of Jimmy Havoc. Wrenches the wrist down to the canvas. Jimmy Havoc is currently down, and MJF is being incredibly disrespectful to both Jimmy Havoc and the crowd here in Milton Keynes. Hashtag IPW if you want to get involved in this your main event. Remember, International Battle Royale in just 2 days' time in Maidstone. We're in Milton Keynes once more on April 10th and Manchester on April 16th. Get your tickets before they're gone. rigsideworld.co.uk. Remember, International Battle Royale can only be seen on the IWN and IWNlive.net. Oh, you may see forums like that on the IWN, maybe not from Jimmy Havoc, but from others. What a shot that was to MJF. Double foot stomp, he landed all of his weight right into the middle, right to the ribs of MJF. Wasn't enough on that exchange. 175 or so pounds of Jimmy Havoc crushing into the man he says he's better than you. Uh-oh, he's in the launch position. Could be thinking that rolling Death Valley driver. Jimmy drives all of his weight, followed by the kick. Oh, that could surely be it too. Scarborough couldn't bring the hand down for a third time on that exchange as Jimmy Havoc valiantly fights to go out with a win, go out with a bang here in IPW. He's going for the acid Rainmaker. How many people has Jimmy Havoc put away with a Rainmaker? 3 minutes wide sweat, but for how long has he stayed his execution? MJF on top, working over the arm. Nose been caught. Oh, Jimmy Havoc has tasted that before. It's like a variation of Mark Haskins made in England, but it's only a 2. He's worked over the arm and now applies the armbar. Not sure Jimmy can he flare the leg out from that position? I'm not sure he can. I don't think he can quite reach. Oh, he barely gets the toe under that rope. MJF using all that 5 count. And he's going to have to think outside the box if he's going to put away Jimmy Havoc. Oh, well, we apologise for MJF and his language there. Completely uncalled for given the circumstances. I wouldn't be so nonchalant. I would not be so nonchalant with Jimmy Havoc. That is a mistake that people have been making in IPW for around the 10-year mark, and it never, ever ends well. Jimmy Havoc was begging to be hit, but he got spat on. And I'll tell you what, that was probably the worst thing he could have done. He's saying spear in his mouth. Come on, don't do that. Jimmy, what are you doing? Oh my goodness me! Oh, he spits it back. I'll tell you what, Jimmy's sucking him in. Good and proper there. He might have took a bit of, phlegm to the mouth, but I suppose it's worth it. Is he thinking acid Rainmaker? One last hurrah for the Rainmaker here in Milton Keynes. MJF is wise, he ducks it. MJF has Havoc up. Oh, power bombs him right where he stands too. Oh, he's got him again. Jimmy's in trouble. Package pile driver. Package pile driver. MJF too. Oh my God, Havoc was so close to his time here, ending in defeat. Wow, what resiliency! Powerbomb package pile driver was not enough to put the king of the gods down. Oh no, MJF's going for it all here. And he gets it! He gets it! The head of Havoc driven straight into the canvas too! No! Havoc is not going to go out like that. MJF is going to have to go outside and get that steamroller walk past on the way into this building to keep Jimmy Havoc down. But the MJF has realised he's going to need weaponry. He can't get the job done without resorting to weapons. I'll tell you what, it's hardly a surprise for those of you who followed IPW and Jimmy Havoc all these years. What the hell? Well, MJF clearly has a death wish, because I tell you what, if Jimmy Havoc gets that chair in his hands, he's going to knock Friedman's head off his shoulders.
I'm going to tell Cody to fire your ass.
Low blow while Scarborough Smoke was dead. Goes for the Rainmaker. That's a Rainmaker for Havoc. Middle of the ring. 2. Havoc wins in his final match in MK.
Here is your winner, Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc there, using the intelligence we've come to know from him one more time to take down MJF. He leaves IPW with his head held more than high as he rides off to pastures new. Have a beer for the road, Jimmy, why not? A true icon of IPW and British wrestling. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week for our season finale, but for now, Godspeed, Jimmy effing Havoc.